Let's get comfortably seated in Padmasan, the lotus pose, with spine upright, shoulders tucked back, eyes gently closed, back of the head in line with the spine. As the wrists rest on the knees, come into chin mudra, where the index fingertip and the thumb tip meet each other. The other three fingers are open to face the ceiling, symbolizing Anant Gnan, Anant Darshan, Anant Charitra. Or in other schools, the three humors of the body, Vat, Pitta and Kapha, has several implications, but we are currently going to just stare on the chin mudra, where the index fingertip and the thumb tip are meeting, one being Jivatma, the other Paramatma, and how, because each soul is potentially divine, the touch on the fingertips makes it one complete circle. Continuing to stay in the lotus pose in Padmasan, along with the chin mudra. Now inhale fully, sound full and big, with lungs filling up completely with this inhalation. And do an Om chant exhaling. Make it a little gross. Om. Second round. Third round. On finishing the third round of Om chanting, let us begin with Kapalbhati, pulling the abdomen as in as possible with every exhalation. The rest of the body, mudra and all remain the same. At any point, if there is any tiredness or exhaustion, take a pause or just slow down. And then restart back to normal. Kapalbhati, active exhalations, passive inhalations. Pulling the abdomen in with every exhale so that the navel goes towards the tailbone, the tip, the coccyx. And pausing if you wish to, or going slow if you wish to. Just be rested for a moment or two. Reverse acidity, gas, flatulence, indigestion, constipation, obesity on the abdomen. Kapalbhati is a solution to many problems. See how beautifully the abdominal organs are reactivated, rejuvenated back to a wakeful condition. The liver, the spleen, the pancreas, the gallbladder, the large intestines, the small intestines, the stomach, the kidneys, the diaphragm, the pancreas. And it is rightly said that it activates the Manipur chakra. A chakra which is a jewel town, Mani jewel, Pur town. As you design your own Kapalbhati, personalizing it. Now count your Kapalbhatis. If you need a pause, take a little pause or slow down and then restart in a reverse order from 21, discontinue at 1, at 0, final. And stop. Kapalbhati is a cleanser. It's a Shodhan Kriya. Kapala means forehead, Bhati means light. Pun intended on the word light. It means light as in illumination and light as in feeling light in the head. See it because of the lightness that you feel in the head and because eyes were focused from the mind's eye at the eyebrow center on a candle flame or just Bhumadhya. If you're visualizing that light. And now drop the awareness from the Kapala to the rib cage, the lungs, the dorsal area, the thoracic area. To start with Bhastrika, the bellows breath. Inhale fully, exhale completely. Involves a little physical movement. And just like we just did, we can take a pause if you wish, just like in Kapalbhati, or go slow and then again get a little back to speed. Bhastrika, the bellows breath. The body continues to stay in stillness. From the broad base to the narrow top, the only part that is moving is the rib cage, the thoracic area. And you may pause completely if you wish. Or slow down if you wish. Bhastrika brings our breath back to balance, reverses asthma, bronchitis, ceases fibrosis from increasing. Lung disorders are addressed with Bhastrika, the bellows breath. Personalize it by taking pauses or slowing down and then getting back to speed. Discontinue Bhastrika and open up the Padmasan. Open up the mudra, chin mudra. And then straighten your legs, flap your knees. Palms on the thighs. To point and flex your toes. Padanguli Naman. Shetu Naman. Point and flex the feet. Shetu Chakra. If you're addressing weight loss, you can continue with Kapalbhati here. Reverse it. Janunam. Interlock hands under the thigh. And bend and straighten your legs at the knee. Other leg. Discontinue the practice. Dvipad Janu Naman. Go down on your forearms, bend your knees and straighten them. Press the thighs into the abdomen gently. Dvipad Janu Chakra. Pretend there's a pencil at the tip of your toes and you're drawing round circles. Reverse them. Return. Ardha Titli Asana. Bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh and flap the knee. Change. Purna Titli Asana. In this too, in case we are addressing weight loss, we can add Kapalbhati to the posture. First come in Bhagda Konasana, interlock the fingers, flap the knees down. Make sure with every exhalation of Kapalbhati, your abdomen is being pulled in. Come back after discontinuing from Bhagda Konasana because we were doing Purna Titli Asana into Padmasan. Interlock hands behind the head and twist completely to one side. Inhale back, other side, inhale back. This we do in Ujjayi, the throat breath, making sure there is friction at the throat breath. Soundful Gala Swasan. Discontinue the practice. Skanda Chakra. Kapalbhatis can continue if you are addressing weight loss. Reverse it. Kuhuni Chakra. Other hand. That's elbow rotation. Mushti Chakra, wrist rotation. Reverse it. And with all 30 knuckles now, as if you are making atta, a dough. Discontinue the practice. Head side to side, Griva Sanchalan. Side to side drop, Griva Sanchalan. Semicircle. Discontinue the practice. Open up the Padmasan and cradle the foot, the leg, interlocking fingers. So one elbow goes around the knee, other inside of the elbow at the edges, and we rockabye baby. Other leg. Discontinue the practice. Get your feet into Baddha Konasana again. Get the Baddha Konasana a little away from the groin. Interlock fingers on top of the toes and go as down as possible. Hold. If you have a back problem, don't do any Kapalbhati in this forward bend. Inhaling, come up. That finishes a warm-up. Pavan Muktasan Series 1. Legs are apart. We've gone down in Prasarita Padottan and we twist. We change sides and we twist the other side. And we come back, bring our palms down on the mat under the groin and do alternate leg lunges. Big exhalations will also help. Discontinue. Heels in, toes in, heels in, toes in, heels in, hands inside out, hips up and down. Kukut Asana. When hips go up, head ducks. Hips down, head lifts. You can even have more gentler breaths, no problem. And then just sit in a squat, kicking the knees away in a namaste. And then open the namaste and do a garland around you, like a malasana. Mala around you. Hands go around the shins. Then taking back support with your fingertips, sit in Sukhasan. To bring your left foot behind the right thigh, left knee pointing the ceiling, inhaling with the right hand up, and twist so that right elbow goes behind the left knee. Twist well. We're going to hold this posture a little longer. Ardha Matsyendra Asana. We come back and change sides, making sure the heel is under the hip. The left hand is lifted. The elbow goes behind the knee, but pretty much at an upper area, at the upper arm area. Fingers pointing the ceiling and we twist. That right palm's fingertips goes all the way behind the left hip. Twist well so that shoulders get parallel to the wall on the right. And after coming back, we bend our knees after straightening the legs for one of my favorite postures. Elbow behind knee. Makes it easier after that previous posture we did. Bharadwaj, bent knee Namaskar Asana. Return, change. Return. Go down on your forearms. Making sure your chest is high, come into Naukasana. Legs are up about 45 to 50 degrees. Sukhasan up in the air and come back into Sukhasan. Let's do Naukasana one more time. Let's address the abdomen, the core, the gut, toning those muscles and those intestinal, abdominal organs and glands. As soon as you feel that you want to come back, before there is an impending need to be wanting to come back, return. Then straighten your legs to come into fish pose. Please watch Matsyasana. Trying to bring fontanel on the mat. Palms on the thighs. Big abdominal breaths. When you want to come out of Matsyasana, get the back of the head flat on the mat. Interlock your hands under the head. Elbows are out like wings. Place the right foot on the left thigh. And drop the knee down to the left. Simultaneously turn your upper body to the right. Return, down, foot, change. Return, down, foot, change. Twist yourself as if you're literally getting water off a washcloth. Squeeze well. Opposite directions. Try to go as down with the knee as possible. And return. We're going to do a variation in Shetubandhasana. So we're going to keep our knees bent. Whenever you're ready, inhaling, we're going to lift our hips higher. Then we're going to lift our heels up. Then we're going to place our palms under the hips. Till then you're holding your inhalation. Exhale, drop the heels down. As if you're cupping your two hips like two saucers, you're staying up in Shetubandhasana. And then you come back, removing the palms. Gently, quite slowly, get your feet off the mat and hug the knees. Now go and separate the knees and hook your toes with your index finger and thumb. Bend your knees, separate them, hook the toes tight because these are amazing acupressure points also. And lift the legs apart. Supta Prasarita Padangushtasana, lying down, spread legs, hooking the toe posture. A great opening and an excellent one for genitourinary problems, irregular periods, prostrate conditions. Bring the legs together into a Sukhasan. So you're in a Supta Sukhasan. You're lying down in Sukhasan, cross-legged, with knees relaxed. With palms on the abdomen. In Supta Sukhasan, do 7 rounds of abdominal breathing. Inhale, inflate the abdomen like a balloon. Exhale, bring it back to normal. On finishing, slowly, peacefully, 7 abdominal breaths in Supta Sukhasan. We interlock our fingers under the head. After lifting the head, we just interlace them and we go into side to side elbow obliques. Exhaling fully. You'll feel it in the upper abs. Discontinue the practice. Lift the knees. Turn to any one side. And hug your knees. Then roll up, come up into Prasarita Padottanasana for Chaki Chalasana. Interlace the fingers. Legs are very much apart. You need to feel the stretch in the inner thighs. Lunge in front. And do a Chaki Chalan. Normal breathing. Reverse it. Discontinue the practice. Now, for those of us who can't do a full halasana, because we've not done it ever before, touching the toes up above the head, I'm going to show you how we can just rest our legs on a sofa or a stool, because last time you had one behind you, okay? So we keep a low kind of a stool or a sofa or an ottoman, anything, in such a way that once we lie down, and straighten our legs on our mats, we just go into a little bounce, okay? Exhale. Use our hands, back support, and just rest your top of your feet on that stool. Bending the knees, come back slowly. See if you can repeat it one more time. Make sure you give a little buoyancy to the hips so that they go up just in a sudden jerk, but not on the neck, only on the lift hip. And we slowly come back again. We come back to turn to one side and to sit up to do a finishing posture, Hanumanasana. So after a Halasana, it's a good idea to do a fish pose, which is a counter pose. But because we've done a fish pose, before doing Halasana, we are not repeating it. Coming to kneeling position. Bring one foot in front and slide. Come back clumsily, change. Come back to do the last posture for today. Kapalbhati. Sit in Sukhasan. In front of your mat. And then extend your right leg all the way back. Spine upright. Bend the right knee, hold the right ankle with the left hand. Return. Change sides. Return. And sit in Sukhasan for a little back drop, just like a Ushtrasan looking thing. Palms behind you. Inhale, lift the hips up, try to get the knees down and do a back drop. Return. And a forward bend. Just stretch. Come back. Get your heel into your groin. Any one leg. And restart Kapalbhati. Be very comfortable. Now, discontinue Kapalbhati to do alternate nostril Kapalbhati. So, make sure every exhalation you pull your tummy in. And from this fast Kapalbhati of alternate nostril, make it so slow that it becomes an Anulom Vilom Pranayama. Now start inhaling actively also. Because you converted your Kapalbhati of alternate nostril into Anulom Vilom Pranayam, which is alternate nostril breathing. Now no hurry. Now ekdam aaram se. Last round. And relax in Shavasana. If you have time to rest, rest for a bit more. Otherwise, just turn to one side, hug your knees, and roll up in Sukhasan to do a round of palming. Thank you. Hari Om Tat Sat. See you tomorrow.